I've always been really partial to the snow. I've always really loved it. Then again, I live in New England, and currently right now, the weather here is nowhere near compared how bad it is outside. That gives you a timeline of when I'm actually recording this. But, hello everybody, and welcome back to more of The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. I am your host, XFAngel98, and last time, we went and saw what happened to Zora's domain. And subsequently, decided upon going and investigating further, which led us to the Ice Cavern, where we found Sheik, learned a new song, and gained a new item, Blue Fire, which, when used on red ice, melts it all away. This time, however, I'm gonna use our two things of Blue Fire here, and then head off to the temple like Sheik requested of us. Not a bad idea, though. I will say, however, I find it really amusing that this is the fate of the Zoras, because they're a fish on ice. You get it? In any case. Ooh, I've come back to life! Was it you who saved me? Don't be nervous. It looks like you have a hard time breathing underwater. As an expression of my gratitude, I grant you this tunic. With this, you won't choke underwater. You got a Zora tunic! This diving suit is adult size, so it won't fit a kid. Wear it and you won't drown underwater. Yes! We got our third color of our trusty tunic, my favorite, blue. Which is awesome. But more importantly, we actually opened up the shop for Zora's domain. Not very much of a helpful thing, this shop, I will definitely say. It is one of the least useful shops in the game. I'm gonna just be honest. There's no real easy way of accessing it. There's nothing in here worth typically coming back to Zora's domain for. Yeah, it's pretty weird. Very, very strange, because you can't access it normally. You'd have to come all the way to Zora's domain just to get here. It's very strange. That being said, though, with this beautiful scenery of snow falling and Link ulting the Ocarina, let us be off on our way. If I can remember a blasted song. It's not like I didn't just learn it. You played the Serenade of Water. Warp to Lake Hylia. Yes, please. In doing so, we can actually see very much how the lake has been very much drained. But we've got a new enemy, a Gwei. Destroy it before it flies into you. Kind of very similar to a Keese, just in bat form. I've got a grave here, randomly enough. Which, opening it up, holds this. Deku nuts, no thanks. Well, yeah, sure, why not? Arrows. if you didn't really understand what's going on here, this is the same deals that we saw back up on Death Mountain. These are kind of quick, easy grab items that we can snag before heading inside the temple. If you need to quickly kind of resupply. That being said, however, we'll run across this bridge back over by the lab, and look at that. We have this flower kind of waiting for us here, which we can hop onto. And that flower will basically take us all the way around the entire area. We can also alternatively play the Scarecrow song, and Pierre will be summoned up there, so we can get up into that area. Both are very useful ways of getting up there. That being said, though, I actually want to take that pedal around. Oh, that is very loud. Destroying that Gwei is perfectly helpful and fine, but our real goal is actually up this ladder. Where we'll find another piece of art. And take a little bit of damage in the process. Alternatively, you can summon Pierre here as well, so if I actually... play the Scarecrow song, Pierre will be summoned here as well, removing the need to actually buy a bean and have it grow. Hello there, son. I'm researching the process of making medicine by mixing Lake Hylia's water with various unusual compounds. Perhaps you've met that old lady from the potion shop. She is like a student of mine. Ho ho ho. Well, student of yours, but I'm gonna put on the iron boots and sink all the way down here and see that really scary image of a great white. Kind of weird. We'll use the hook shot. Snag that gold scatola. And put our normal boots back on. May not have noticed, but I've been watching you. You dove 2 meters just now, but I wouldn't call that a real dive. If we dive again, though... You may not have noticed, but I've been watching you. You dove 6 meters just now. You should be able to dive deeper. Well... diving down as deep as we can go. Then pausing the game and slapping up on our iron boots. And then immediately taking them off. Been watching you. You dove 6 meters just now. You should be able to dive even deeper. What? I might be forgetting the trick for this. I am definitely forgetting the trick to this. I will remember it at a different time. But without further delay... Well, actually, much delay, because we've got a lot of prep ahead of us. There's a lot of things that open up now that you have the iron boots and the Zora tunic, but we're not going to really get into them. We're going to freely head down into the middle of the lake. And by equipping our iron boots, we can sink to the absolute bottom. Where we take our... I don't think I've ever heard the cuckoo crow while being underwater. That's kind of goofy. Shooting that stone will release the key and allow us to gain entry to the water temple. Where we'll be exploring next time. As such, next time on The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, we start one of the most confounding temples that troubled many a gamer back in the day, because this place is so convoluted and confusing. In any case, sorry for the short episode this time around. But I've been your host, XFAngel98. If you enjoyed the show and you enjoyed watching, feel free to like, follow, subscribe. And, as always, have a wonderful day and a beautiful night. Cheers!